Liam, if the young people are watching at you, what would you advise them to do one day in choosing the A-levels or GCSE? What kind of stuff they should look into? Something they like or their friends doing it? Well, how come they're confused when they're going to university? It doesn't work on my head.
Do something you enjoy.
How did you choose it, if you could tell them practically?
So GCSEs, I pretty much chose the standard ones, and our school you didn't have much choice. But A-level, I chose English, French and Geography. And that was great. I did Geography because I really enjoyed it, English because I really enjoyed it, and French because I couldn't think of anything else to do. And I can't do a science or a maths. But because I enjoyed the two, I cared about it. I enjoyed going to classes. Yeah. I was going to put the time in to do it. So if you do something you don't enjoy, it's just going to be you're setting yourself up to not do well, I think. Yeah, to do something that you're going to be passionate about.
I also have something. I think one of the things is talking to people that aren't your peers is really important. So one way of working out if the decision you're going to make is wrong or right is, say, like geography. Rather than me just picking geography, I'll talk to someone who studied geography. And what that means is they can actually either excite me more or put me off, which could work either way. But I think that's really important, because if we keep taking advice from people, we might want to pick a subject because our friends are doing it. It happens all the time, right? I think so. Some people pick their degrees on that because their friends did that. And that's not very wise.
But you rarely get that today. You never get. It's hard to get kids that age who are picking what they want to do, interacting with students who are already at university. You don't get that mixing together. So it's always like everyone's repeating it again, like doing it fresh.
Exactly. But that could encourage people to make much more wiser, informed decisions. I think this really weird thing that used to happen in school. I used to remember. So the really naughty kids and the ones that did really well, they used to get the most attention from the teachers, and they used to get all the special attention from external groups. So like if you're really naughty, you'll get lots of other people coming and give you support, and if you're really smart, you'll get all the opportunities. And there's all these people in the middle, which, my school was 240 kids a year. 40 of them were really smart and really naughty, and the 200 were just sort of walking around in the middle. And they're the ones that need to be engaged. Do you see what I mean? It is that, you call this program the middle path. There's actually the middle bit of people, a group of people who are the ones that, because they're not really naughty or not really active or keen or like academically studious, they don't, they're just sort of waving around. And you see it, like when we teach in the university, we can tell which students sort of just pick geography because they picked geography and they were just hoping it's sort of alright. And you can tell which one's really interested in a particular thing. It's really, really obvious.
How do you pick them? Say you got a teacher, and this guy is very serious about his education. What kind of clues would you find in that person?
Asking you questions, really taking.
Would you like to, without mentioning, would you like to use the name? I mean,
no, I don't think it's.
So you met somebody.
It's not about.
You saw he's doing that, and you met. I think this guy is serious about his stuff.
Yeah, I think again it's like this. I think about 20% are not quite sure why they're there, but they know that they are, and they're just sort of getting through it. 20% really want to be there. Yeah, some classes might be boring, and some classes really exciting, but they want to be there. And there's about people in the middle who are just sort of going through the motions. I don't know if that sounds really negative, but I feel like that, in my own undergrad experience.